Good afternoon to those who listen. It's May 19th, 2026. It's 5:41 p.m. And this is the dream I had after I had the out-of-body experience. This could be maybe something prophetic. It was kind of strange. So, in my dream, my sister said, "Get on this website and check this out." So I was like, "Okay, what is it?" So I got on this website thing or platform, app, whatever you want to call it, and it was about how people could get on to anybody's camera and see what they're doing. Now I know that's possible already, but it was different in the sense that the platform was set up so people would voluntarily give permission for their cameras to be accessed at any time live. Which, I mean, I don't know who, I could see maybe people doing that, but that's just crazy. So it was weird. So people would give their permission for their cameras to be turned on and see what they were doing at any time during the day. But it also was weird because so when in the dream I got on the website and was watching somebody else doing something, and I was talking to my sister saying I had an out-of-body experience. And as soon as I said those words, a whole bunch of other people started jumping on to see what I was talking about. So I'm guessing, like in this dream, this whatever platform it was, people would give their permission to access their cameras and access their microphones so they could hear what they're saying. So the algorithm, whatever it was, would listen to what people are saying, and then it would pick out keywords. Like when I said I had an out-of-body experience, it would automatically take those words and post it up on that person's account. So then everybody in the whole world that was searching for out-of-body experiences would get that, and they could immediately join in to that person's camera and sites to see what they were doing. Whoa. So that's what was really weird. Now, people can put up videos on YouTube and other platforms, make a title and upload it and everything. But this one was like instant. So you say a certain words, and the algorithm would pick out the words, post it up, so people would see that and immediately get there. So it wasn't no delay. Nobody had to upload a video or anything or post something saying, "Here's what I'm doing," and then later on people would join. No, this was like instant. So I thought that was really strange. And that was my dream. But then it got kind of weird. So it was weird because I don't know what it was. It showed this one like group of people like they were cheerleaders or something. They were doing cheers or something. And then a man walked in and he was naked, so he was just walking through his house naked. But then when that happened, it was like people can report these people. So you can report them, and you can, obviously, it was recording everything, so you would take a little clip of what the person's was doing, and you could send it to report it, and then, they would get in trouble for, putting up something that's not, that's against the rules. So that was kind of weird, but I can see where people would allow themselves to do that, but that's just weird. I mean, but that's what the site was. So anybody could do anything they wanted, but they had to follow the rules, obviously, just like any site. But, I'm sure they could come up with something in the future where you could literally, if you were 18 or over and gave permission to do it, then I don't know, it would be like a separate site or something. I don't know, it's weird. But uh, the person who was walking through their house naked was joining the other one. It wasn't people were joining his. He was, but obviously, if somebody joins, then you get to see what they're doing too at the same time while they're looking at what you're doing or what someone else is doing. It was just really strange. So maybe it's something prophetic that might happen in the future. I can't, I mean, I can see other people doing it, but I can see a lot of people saying, why would anybody ever give permission for their cameras on their computers, phones, TVs, whatever, to give 24-hour access to their cameras? And most people probably would say, yeah, that's weird and creepy. Why would anybody do that? But I could see other people allowing it and doing that. But I mean, 24 hours a day, and who knows what you'll be doing. But I'm sure that's already kind of happening, but it's not being, our phones are recording us, computers, our TVs are recording us 24 hours a day, but it's not broadcasting it to everybody else. So it's something very strange. So that was my dream. Is it prophetic? I don't know. Is this going to happen in the future? I don't know, but it's kind of strange. So thanks for listening again. God bless.